Every child has the potential to create something extraordinary. Think about the creative mind who imagined and built websites we use today and brought those ideas to life through technology. At Juritech, we turn curiosity into skills and idea into possibility. So now, let's explore web development and see what you can create. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Now, let's learn together.
Today we are going to talk about HTML tables. So we'll be learning how to add tables to our website, just like our regular tables, the one we use for our timetables, tables we use to differentiate between things, tables you use to create structure, to organize things in a very proper way. So let's get into that quickly. So remember, on this we hit shift 1 to create our structure. Instead of typing it out one after the other, you hold shift 1 then press enter. So let's have our table tag. So table, right? We already have our table tag. So after this, what we are going to learn about is our TR. So TR means table row. So anytime you create a TR tag, it's going to create a table row. So it's kind of like a wrapper creating a row. That's what you have on a vertical line. So what do we want to add inside this table row? So you have your TD and your TH. So we're using our TH because we want TH means table header and TD means table data. So you use TH for your headers, like the top of the table, the topic itself that you want to write something on that. You use your TD for that. Your TH, that's table head. So TH works like your normal headings, that your H1, H2, H3. They are bolder than your TD. So let's say our table head we want to write let's see, name, then under table head let's write age for this one, and for spread another one, then you say class. Let's save that and refresh our web page. So can you see we have three table heads, and you see that it's bolder or is bold because we use our TH, that is table head. It works like headings. So TH. So after creating our TH, we can add our table data. So under this name, age, and class, what do you want to be added there? So you see another table row. So this one is going to be under them. So for age, TD, right? For our name, let's say Samuel. For our age, we say 15. Then for our class, we use let's say we are in SS3. Okay, so SS3. So that's basically what we are saying here, that we are in this is our table. Now you look at this and you still think this is a little bit weird, because when you draw when you have tables, it's something, yeah, it's going to be like it's going to be demarcated with lines, and you're looking at I'm not really seeing any lines on here. So to add those, you come inside your table. Remember I told you about attributes. Attribute are additional information that you add for a tag. So you are saying border. So border equals to, let's give it 1. Let's see. Let's refresh that. Alright, so can you see? Just added a border. So this is how you can add your border. You can change the number to make it thicker. Let's see. Let me change it to 3 so you know the difference. So can you see how it gets into then? So it gets thicker the higher it is. So it's usually advisable to just use one if you just want a standard table. So that's for your table row, table headers, and table data. So let's move on. We also have other attributes for tables. We have what we call co-span. Remember, alright, so we have other attributes like the co-span and the row span. So remember, on your table we have the vertical part, which is our row, and we have the horizontal part, which is our column. So column deals with your vertical movement and your row deals with the horizontal movement, which is your horizontal line, while your vertical line is your column, your horizontal line is your row. So we are going to learn how to add, say for example, for this name we want to add two names. Let's say for example, this particular name here. So in front you can type co-span. There's an attribute we call co-span. So once you type it to this point on the VS Code, you see that it's bringing the option out, so you can click enter or select it with your mouse. So co-span, let's say you want it to span two columns. So let's see how that works. You see that this name is taking two columns here. Under it is spanning for two columns. So let's add another name so it will all make sense. City, and let's add Femi. Let's see. Can you see now? So our name is spanning for two columns. That means we can add two content under this name. So that's for your co-span. Let's also see what we can do with the row span. So let's say for this Femi, right? To the another row, and we are going to add our table data this time around. So let's add maybe some more, and add the subject. Maths. So Samuel Maths. Let's add another table row. TR. Then inside this table row, we see another table data, then say English. Let's say for Samuel we want to have maths and English. So we are going to add our row span. Let's do this. So you see that for Samuel, maths and English. So this is what you can use your row span for. Also, there are other things you can add. So let's make this table much more comprehensive. Okay. So our table head. So inside our table head, let's have our name again, our another table head, defining our age, then another one defining your class. So let's get to our table row, another table row. So another table head, your table data, since this is going to be the data inside the table. So for our name, Samuel, right? Then our age, 15, and our class is let me use capital, SS3. Okay, so we have Samuel 15 and SS3. So we can also add other attributes like, to this table row you can add an attribute called BG color. So you spell the color as COLOR. BG color equals to, so you can add your color here, let's say red. I see that all of this table row is red. You can also add it to this table row. bg color equals to let's use blue. So as you can see, we have our color. You can also change our color, and also you can also adjust your your height and width. Say for this row you want the height equals to, let's say, 40 pixels. Can you see? You can adjust the height. Selection is like 20. I think 20 should be fine. Okay, so I think 20 is the exact size. Let's see 25. Yeah, slightly bigger. And you can also adjust the width of this row. Width equals to, so for your width, let's use maybe 40 pixels. Let's start with an high number. Okay, so that's how you can also add your width to your table. So with all of this, we learned how to add our table, how to add your structure, how to add our table headings. That's the one that is going to be bolder up here. Then we have our table data. That's the data you input inside the table. So you can also add another row. It's always going to come under the same way we had before. TP. Let's say we have another person named Femi, right? So Femi, another TD. Femi is 16. And okay, so let's keep going. We can add another. That's all class. Let's say SS2. For other reasons, Femi is older but is in SS2. So you see that we added another row. So that's how you can keep going about it. If you want to add an entry, you go to the end of this table row, then press enter. You type another TR, enter. So it's going to create another row. And then you can add inside the row, you can add your table data and add whatever you want to add. So that's, you get the whole idea behind that. So that's how you can add tables to your website. Thank you.